What's up guys, Joseph Rakic here from josephrakicfitness.com, and today in this video I'm going to be taking you through a full body workout, training each muscle group, and I'm going to be showing you the exercise that I personally prefer, the number of sets, reps, and give you some tips and techniques along the way. I want to voice over each one of these exercises so I can give you a bit more detail and explain the exercise a whole lot better. Anyway, write this workout down and then you can try it out for yourself. Okay guys, first exercise that I did for today was side lateral raises. Now this is a great exercise for really working the lateral deltoids of the shoulder, which is the middle head of the shoulder. I believe this is the best shoulder exercise that you can do for really developing big, round, and full shoulders. Exercise number 2 is walking calf raises. This is my favorite exercise that has really helped me build size in my calves. The most important thing when doing this exercise is to really focus on that squeeze and contraction on every single rep that you perform. So each time you take a step, you just want to squeeze that calf muscle as hard as you possibly can, contracting the muscle and ripping all those muscle fibers. Exercise number 3 is dumbbell bicep curl. Now, this is a great exercise because we're doing it on an incline bench here. This allows us to get a little bit more of an extra stretch to the bicep muscle, which allows for more blood flow into the muscle and also allows for a bigger contraction. The more blood flow into the muscle will mean more amino acid uptake, resulting in more growth, and the better contraction will mean more muscle fibers are ripped. Next exercise, I went on to the leg extension. Now, this is a great exercise for really developing detail in the quads. When you perform this exercise, you squeeze up and contract the quads. There are so many small muscles in the leg that get activated. When you are at low body fat, this creates great detail in your legs. Where if you do your leg press or your squats, it mainly works on the bigger muscles. However, performing your leg extensions hits those little tiny muscles. Next exercise is dumbbell floor press. I'm doing it on the floor because I've actually had a torn pec recently. However, this is actually a very, very good and very effective exercise for building and developing the chest. Normally when doing a floor press, you can actually allow for a bit more weight on the pecs. And I find I get a better contraction when doing it off the floor like this than on a little bench. Next exercise is tricep flat bar push down. The key when performing this exercise is you want to try and focus on keeping your elbows as stationary as you can throughout this exercise and only using your tricep muscle to push down and contract. Each time you push the weight down, you want to squeeze the back of the arm as hard as you can. Next exercise is lying leg curl. This is a great exercise for really developing the hamstring muscle. Now, when I perform this exercise, I actually prefer to use a partial range of motion, only going down 3/4 of the way and then pulling back, squeezing and contracting the muscle. The reason I like to use a partial range of motion is so I can keep the stress and tension on that muscle the whole entire time. Next, I went on to lat pull downs. Now, I used a parallel grip bar because I find a little bit more back activation when performing this exercise. The key is to have a good muscle-mind connection and really focus on pulling the weight down with your lat muscles. Try not to pull with your arms, try not to pull with your biceps. Focus solely on activating the back. Next exercise is dumbbell shrugs. For this exercise, I like to use a high rep range as I find traps respond better to a higher rep range more than high weight. I also like to have my head forward. This allows me to get a better contraction when I squeeze up. I then went on to hanging knee ups. Again, I like to use a high rep range for this as I find abs respond better to a high rep range. When I perform this exercise, I like to keep my abs tense and contract the whole time, really keeping that stress and that tension on the abdominal muscles. I then did goblet squats. This is a great exercise for the glutes. The key when performing this exercise is to use a wide foot stance. That way it places more emphasis on the glutes instead of the quads. Also use a partial range of motion. Next up is wrist curls. Again, another high rep exercise because forearms respond best to high reps. For this exercise, you basically just want to have a dumbbell in each hand, the dumbbells together, and using your wrist, you want to curl your wrist up, contracting and squeezing the forearms. And last exercise is planks. This is a great exercise for working the TVA muscle, which is your transverse abdominis muscle, which is a deep core muscle under the abdominals, and it is the muscle that actually creates the Adonis belt. Now, the TVA muscle is also responsible for pulling your abdominal wall back, keeping your abdominal wall flat, and prevents it from protruding forward like a bloated belly. And there you go, guys. That was my full body workout complete. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll leave a screenshot up on the screen for you guys so you can screenshot that and try it out for yourself. Anyway, don't forget to check out the rest of my YouTube channel for more videos on training, nutrition, and supplementation. And I'll see you in the next video.